This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
New on Curiosity Stream, the Arctic, frigid, desolate, unforgiving. And without canine companions, early humans never stood a chance. Discover how man and dog learned to thrive together where neither could survive alone in Ice Dogs. Plus,
why would a Nazi major be protecting and saving Jews?
Against orders, against time, the SS Major that sheltered and saved thousands of Jews. It's the Good Nazi. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. You know, tonight, again, I think you're not working hard enough because tonight we need a win from those Kraken, yet to still see Danny root in his KISW hockey-inspired shirt.
Oh, look at him. He's rocking it.
It's on. Oh, there it is. Finally.
Boom.
Finally. Wow. Okay, maybe this will be the night. All right.
That's what I just did. Yep. He's got his hoodie on. He's got his hat on. But underneath it all, the tentacles on the Rock logo.
Yeah. And look, we know that the Kraken have great hockey merchandise. We know that. But the Rock has some great hockey-inspired merchandise, including that awesome-looking T-shirt. And don't forget the hockey-inspired beanie that we have. So, I mean, really, I think this is the secret. If we want another win, we have got to wear the KISW gear. That's just what has to happen. The hockey gear has to happen. So, you know where to go to get that KISW hockey beanie, that KISW hockey T-shirt. Go to KISW.com.
Let's play B-Migs.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah!
So everybody scream his name. B-Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! B-Migs, you're a loser.
It is time for B-Migs. And it is Thursday, so let's get cracking.
Release the Kraken.
Sploosh. Woo! It's a party.
Yeah, it's a total party, and hopefully it'll be a party tonight, and they will win. Yes, 5 o'clock against the St. Louis Blues. Watch it on Root.
And the Blues are doing good too, right?
Yeah, they've won like 4 of their last 5.
Okay.
Well, I mean, well, at least they'll be playing. Yes. Hey, we have a hockey team.
That's it.
Exactly. We have a hockey
team. They're playing games. I just saw a stat today that they haven't won a game in 40 days.
Well,
Now,
there's been a lot of cancellations.
Yeah, there's been some cancellations, but 40 days.
Well, in 40
Tonight
nights.
it changes.
So we got to build an arc? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
All right, Noah.
So we need 2 of Tanev because one's injured. So it's nice to have the other one.
Yeah, that's a good point, man.
Well, let's get to this game. We've got Sean in Seattle to take on Steve. Sean, are you there?
Oh,
Sean, are you there?
I am here.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. Get out! For those playing at home, Sean will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Sean, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Cowabunga, dudes.
Nice. What is the name of the 2020 Netflix documentary that featured Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin?
Tiger King.
Yes. Who did George Bush Sr. defeat in the election in 1988?
I can remember his name. Pass.
Nev Campbell plays Sidney Prescott in which film franchise?
Scream.
Yes. What year did the movie Black Panther come out?
18.
Yes. How many stars appear on the Australian flag?
7.
No.
8.
No.
5.
No. Which film won Steven Spielberg his first Oscar for Best Director?
E.T.?
No.
No. Indiana Jones.
No.
Close Encounters?
No. Which actress was a main character on The Big Bang Theory and 8 Simple Rules?
Pass.
How many NBA championships did Kobe Bryant win?
5.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 correct.
Ooh, I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
Yes, I hate to say it, Sean. I'm not your best work.
I won with a 4 last time.
You won with a 4 before?
Yeah, 4-2.
Wow.
Oh, okay, well, all right.
Maybe Steve will drop a deuce.
There's a chance.
Literally happened before, as we've just proven. So, Steve,
Yes.
are you ready?
I guess.
Don't crack in this, man.
Oh, wow. We're not going to use that as an adverb.
Oh,
no, we
man.
can't. No, we can't verb that up.
Well,
Can I pull myself already then?
All right, good call.
are you ready?
Oh, yes. I kind of think Steve does that without permission, really.
Wow.
Hey.
What is the name of the 2020 Netflix documentary that featured Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin?
Tiger King.
Yes. Who did George Bush Sr. defeat in the election in 1988?
Oh, man. John Kerry.
No.
Damn it. 88. Michael Dukakis.
Yes. Nev Campbell plays Sidney Prescott in which film franchise?
And then back this week, Scream.
Yes, it is, and yes, you're correct. What year did the movie Black Panther come out?
When did Rev get sick in that chair? I'm going to go 2018.
Yes. Good memory. How many stars appear on the Australian flag?
5.
No.
7.
No.
6.
Yes. Which film won Steven Spielberg his first Oscar for Best Director?
E.T.
No.
Shawshank Redemption.
No.
Schindler's List.
Yes. Which actress was a main character on The Big Bang Theory and 8 Simple Rules?
Oh, what's her name? Crap. Kelly Cuoco.
Yes. Yeah. How many NBA championships did Kobe Bryant win?
8.
No.
7.
No.
6.
No.
Damn it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You win! 7-4.
Sorry, Sean.
Yeah, but I remembered him as soon as I got off.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst.
Oh, well.
There's a bunch of them where he was just like, I can't think of it.
Yeah.
I needed that.
Yeah, you did very, very strong. Couldn't figure out at the end how many NBA championships that Kobe Bryant won, but Sean got that correct. It is 5.
5. I would have made it. The next guess would have been 5.
Well, yeah, that would have been great because it would have been your 4th guess. So.
Yeah, fair.
Well, congratulations on your win.
I needed that win, BJ. I was in a bad mood for a half a second.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have been hooked on this Wordle game.
Oh, God.
Oh, I've heard about people playing this game. I have yet to play it.
I was such an idiot today. I couldn't even get it. And I was the definition of insanity. I kept guessing the same pretty much scheme of letters, and I kept getting him wrong.
I am surprised that you would play a game like this. I don't know you to play these word kind of games.
I like it because I read an article about how the guy was keeping it very true to like being a very pure online game where there's no ads. He doesn't even have an app for it. That's how I found out about it, because there was like an issue where someone made an app for Wordle, and everyone was pissed off because it wasn't the creator that made it. So it's like, I think it got shut down or something along those lines. But I just love the simplicity of this game, and you can only play once a day.
So you play it once a day, and what's the idea?
It's a word game, so you have to guess a 5-letter word, and you have 6 tries. So it's like all in these boxes and stuff. I don't know if you've seen it on social media. People are posting these random box things.
Yeah, with the different colors, like green, gray, and yellow.
So you guess a 5-letter word.
Okay.
And let's just say, like today, the letter Y is in the word. I guess dairy.
Okay.
And the Y was in it, and it'll tell you if it's in the right spot of the 5-letter word. So if it's like the 5th letter, or it'll give you a different color if it's in the word, but you don't have it in the right spot. So, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's very Mastermind-like.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you remember the board game Mastermind? Because that was it with the colors.
So you kind of like a little bit of a power deduction. You're like, okay, the Y's there. The A doesn't belong here. So but even though I was still guessing words that had the A in that slot, I'm just an idiot. And I just like, fine, I threw my hands in the air. I won't give it away. But that's the kind of the fun thing is we all play the same word every day.
Oh, so you could actually help out somebody else by telling them, okay, here's what I know it wasn't.
Yeah, but I pissed some people off, too, because that means then that person gets a good score.
Yeah.
So I went 0 for 6 on today. Yesterday I got it in like 2 tries. I was so pumped. I'm like, day 1 off to a great start. Day 2 humbled.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
I got so mad at this dumb little game because on Twitter, you'll just see people retweeting their weird, stupid color scheme.
Yeah, I didn't even understand that.
I know. I got so mad, I muted the word Wordle from my Twitter, so I don't ever see any of those anymore because I'm like, I don't care about your dumb words.
Have you tried it?
I did try it, and I got mad at it, and I stopped playing.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
But I can understand. I mean, I loved Mastermind. In Mastermind, you had colored pegs, and that was the thing. You would put you'd have a bunch of different colors, and you would have to go, all right, I'm going to put these 5 colors in there and see what happens, and then you get those same kind of clues: right place or wrong place, right color. Right place, right color. Mastermind's a fun game, and it's addictive. You sit there and you go, man, but you play with another person, and they're the ones that they make the secret color scheme. So it might be red, blue, green, yellow, and then you have to figure it out, and they tell you how you did, as you're going along. And you get like 6 tries or so, I think.
And it's cool because they'll keep tabs on your phone, or you could do it on. It's really just an internet game, so it's not really an app. But like right now, I'm at a 50% win streak because I've only played twice.
Oh,
congratulations! My max streak was 1.
There you go. Well, so I can see why this works. It's sort of like a Scrabble and Mastermind mashup. And this guy, is he making any money off of this?
No,
nothing. Yeah.
No, dude, he's kept it. It's no ads. He just wants it just to be something fun for people to play. But like it was just like some software engineer from New York, and he made it based off of his last name is Wardle, so he called the game Wordle.
Okay,
which I think is kind of funny, but it's got like 2.7 million people playing it right now,
and it's just a website, and he gets nothing for this at all. There's no traffic bonus, nothing.
Nothing. He says I deliberately didn't include push notifications. He didn't also, it's just a simple, basic game.
Not even like a Patreon where, like, if you wanted to give him some money, nothing, huh?
I got a feeling this guy's probably doing okay for himself. And this was just something that he did for fun.
Usually that's what happens with people.
I've created this world.
All right, sure. That way you don't got to pay him. Sure. I mean, if he's doing well, you don't have to take care of him. I like this plan.
But then you get to that 6th guess, and you just get so mad at yourself if you don't do well.
Yeah, I boy, do I remember that from my Mastermind days. I may have thrown pegs everywhere. That may have happened.
I got to wait now 15 hours and 1 minute before I can play again.
I love that. That is, I mean,
don't.
It's pretty, man. I mean, in this age where people are vying for your attention, the fact that a guy has got your attention and it makes him no money at all is so against the system. I mean, if anything, he's giving a big FU to the entire internet system and social network system.
So is it the same word for everyone every day?
Every day.
Okay.
So that way when you see people post there, because you can hit a share button on it and it'll automatically share it for you on your Twitter.
Wow.
But it'll just share the squares. So it'll know the answer.
So he's actually
really
helping Twitter make money.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that's how Twitter makes money, right? By people tweeting? I would imagine that's how they make, I don't know.
I thought advertising, but I have no idea.
I have no idea. I don't know either, except you go on Twitter to see how everybody's done.
I love that somebody made the app, it was like a ripoff of Wordle, and then the creator of Wordle was just like, he crossed the line. Because, he's trying to keep it all pure and no ads. And here's some guy trying to monetize Wordle.
Well, there is an app currently. Like, I was able to download it, so it's not taken down.
And it's called Wordle?
It's still there? It's called...
Oh, I want to punch that person who made it.
Wow, look at that. I mean, I
don't
understand how that's unless that's him and he's trying to make it look like it's not him.
Well, whoever created that app said, here's the reason why Wordle, the word isn't trademarked, and there's a bunch of other unrelated word apps that are named the same thing.
And this one's a little different. It looks like you have like 5 seconds to come up with a word with the letters they give you before you lose your turn, or you could skip the round.
Oh,
so it is a little
basically
different.
it's just
a completely different thing. Yeah, they just got the name there.
Looking at how the game's being played.
So that's he just wants you to play his game, thinking you go there and you go, it's not Wordle. Oh, all right.
I'm just going to stick with my Wordle.
You go ahead. I mean, you don't need to waste more than the amount of time you spend per day anyway, Steve.
My box is so bad.
Yeah,
it's so stupid.
The good news is that you can complain about it, but you can't get lost in it. That's the other great thing about it. You're not, you don't have to get addicted to it because you can only do it for X amount of time per day. That's it. Once you're out, you're out.
That's what I kind of like about it. It's like, okay, I played it once. I'm done. I don't have to be obsessive about it because I'm never that person with games. Like after a while, I get bored with them. With this one, it's like it left me wanting more.
It would drive me crazy because I'm the kind of person, if I want more, I'll get more right now. Don't tell me I got to wait.
How dare you make me wait for something? Get on the board with the Wordle, BJ.
Like I said, I played Mastermind, so I know what it's like. You know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe.
That's like saying I read Spider-Man, so I know what it's like. I'm not going to go see the movie.
Well, I like playing games with people, and so I'm not a solo gamer. So that's kind of why it's like,
mad at himself, and then
I got the word in 4 tries.
Suck it.
Wow. Oh, you're really bad.
I almost said another word. I got very mad at you.
Wow.
How did you get that word?
Deduction. I realized that there are certain letters that didn't go in the right places, and you just kind of start to figure out what.
I got frustrated because I couldn't figure it out where else to put them. I did
maybe this isn't really.
I did dairy. I did Harry.
Maybe this is not your strong suit. Is really
no, this is definitely not.
Yeah,
a good vocabulary.
Yeah, I don't know why you're playing this game, but all right.
Me bad at English? Impossible.
Right. I'm doing gooder.
Okay.
It is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is where you pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about. We got your calls. We got your texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs. Mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. Brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino. Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. This is your opportunity, man. What do you want to talk about? But remember, when you get through, follow Steve's rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. That's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Earlier this morning during the Migs Report, we were talking about the Portland Pickles and their Twitter page and how they let their mascot, Dylan the Pickle, take over their Twitter page. And he posted a picture and people were freaking out because it was supposed to be like a joke, like he did a selfie and he was giving a thumbs up. But at the bottom of the picture, it was cropped, so it looked like his pickle was popping up.
Yeah, his thumb looked like the pickle, yeah.
And I speculated, I was like, there's no way that this was an accident thing. This was totally intentional. John Ryan runs the Pickles. He's a fan of good dong humor, former punter for the Seahawks.
You guys bonded on that.
Yes, we dongs and buttholes. We always laughed about that. But anyway, somebody said, Steve, you should go look at all the accounts that were tagged in the picture from the original tweet, which I didn't do originally. I was like, I didn't even bother to think of that. So I looked at the Portland Pickles Twitter handle at Pickles Baseball, which is that wood ball, collegiate wood ball?
Yeah.
Minor league kind of thing?
Wood bat ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly,
yeah.
Dylan.
If the ball was made of wood, that'd be a whole different game.
Wood baseball. Wood baseball bat. And I looked at all the people that Dylan the Pickle tagged, and it's so funny, dude. It's so intentional.
Who did he want to see this picture?
All right, first person was on Manscaped. Tag that.
Okay.
Then Steakums, then Skittles, then Bush's Beans.
Okay.
And I'll just throw a couple other Senator Scott Wiener.
Okay.
He also tagged Oscar Mayer. Corn Nuts.
Okay.
There's a guy, I don't know who this is, but it's a Twitter user by the name of Justin Dickmeyer.
Okay.
And then a couple other ones as well.
So this was totally intentional. Wow.
I love it.
Wow.
It makes me proud to have a Portland Pickles hat.
Oh, you got that is,
yep.
Boy, that is,
wow.
Okay. I mean, you're right. And you wonder if it was accidental and they saw it after the picture and how it was cropped. Like, oh, this is great. The way I did my thumbs up, it looks like it's my pickle.
Yeah,
let's run with it. Or did they intentionally take it that way?
So intentional.
Totally intentional.
To look like the pickle in the first place.
There was no happy accident. This was fully mapped out. And I genuinely do believe that this was John Ryan's doing.
Well, I mean... we almost have to get to the bottom of this. I don't know how we could.
Believe.
Does anybody want to tweet at Sarah Colonna and say, look, we need to know. We need to find out.
We don't want to bother Sarah Colonna. We could tweet at John Ryan.
Yeah, but I feel like John's going to, be cagey about it. But if Sarah goes in, she'd go in and ask him, hey, John, what are you doing?
I think I still have John's number. We can bug him. I'm sure.
All right, go ahead. You should definitely. We should get him on the line. If we can get him on the line, that'd be fantastic just to have him explain himself.
Let me, I'll send it to the Rev.
All right.
I don't even know if it's still his number. It's a 206.
Ooh, yeah, that could be tough.
That could be a very awkward conversation, Rev, but
All right, Rev, well, give it a shot.
Hey, John, I want to talk to you about your pickle.
Yeah, see if he wants to come on the show. I mean, we've given him plenty of free, we've given the Pickles a lot of free advertising. It's the least he could do. And Plus, he could even, expand upon it more and get even more conversation about the Portland Pickles.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can get him on before the show's over to get to the bottom of Dylan the Pickle.
And if not, we're going to have to go to Sarah Colonna because you know what? Look, we're very kind to her and we're trying to get answers.
How great would that be if John Ryan is actually the mascot?
I almost want to talk to, that would be fantastic, by the way. Or if he definitely designed this campaign. I almost want to talk to Sarah just so that she can basically, he's just SMH and eye roll us as she goes, John did what?
Maybe they're both in charge of the Twitter
What
page.
if it was her idea?
I can see her doing that.
Yeah, she's got a great sense of humor. So, I'm all for, this being a team effort on the part of the Ryan Colonna campaign.
The Ryan Colonna campaign.
I'm all part of this. I'm excited. I think this would be great news. We need to find out the truth.
Rev, is he answering the phone?
I'm not getting an answer right now.
Yeah, it might not even be his phone anymore.
Yeah,
do you keep your 206 number when you leave?
Well, I do. I keep my number. Wherever I go, I'll keep my number.
But you're still in the 206, though. What if you moved to Boston again? Would you keep the 206 number?
Yeah, because it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. It really doesn't, yeah.
But then you have to deal with the people like, why do you have a 206 number?
Yeah,
this Boston, where...
It's like, and I'll be like, why are you back in 1992, is what I would say to those folks, because, yeah, it doesn't matter. There's no long distance anymore.
But isn't there something like a psychological, a connection that, now I have a 206, therefore I am truly a Seattleite.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Danny,
funny.
did you change yours, right?
I did, but it took me about a year because I had that old number since I was probably 13, and I was
wow, so you really changed it, huh?
Oh yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm done with the 505 for now. I need the 206
for some reason. I did have a cell phone, and I think it was the same carrier that I have today when I first moved out here over 20 years ago. But I had that old flip phone, and I didn't really use it much. But I just wanted a cell phone since I was driving across country. I thought I really need one now for any time, if there's an accident or something. And I know that had to be a Rochester number because I hadn't moved out to Seattle yet. But at some point, I must have made the change. Because now I have a local area code.
Yeah, so. John Ryan is not answering, and his voicemail box is full.
That's very John Ryan.
All right,
probably a lot of people calling him about the Portland Pickle issue.
Okay, so Sarah Colonna, we got to get on her case. I feel like it's only fair. Well, do we have her number?
Yeah, of course we do.
Well, then that's the next person we call. So, again, we're really kind to her. We put her on the air, and again, it's helping promote her husband's business. So yeah, let's get to the bottom of this.
She owes it to us.
Yeah, she does. That's how I see it. You know what? In my twisted world of hey, what quid pro quo? You know what? You owe us, kid.
Oh man, this will be the moment where we lose these friendships, man.
Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't do this if it were just a casual. But we've had both of them on so much, and they're such buddies of the show. I think that she'd be okay with us at least asking. We're not going to put her on the air because, well, first of all, that's illegal. Even though there are some shows that make you believe you can call people without asking for their permission, but you can't.
Well, those are make-em-ups, of course.
Yes, a lot of people, whether they know or don't know, they don't know they're make-em-ups or they don't care. But yeah,
those are the make-em-ups.
Those are professional actors that they're calling. It's not like really anybody in your area has that much drama going on in their life.
All right, while Rev's trying to get a hold of Sarah Colonna, a couple of people were texting, laughing about the fact that earlier we talked about how when I call my mom, she's confused that the weather isn't matching the weather in New York because I think the world revolves around wherever she is. So it says, my mom lives 10 minutes from me and always asks what the weather's doing at my house. I'm like, I'm pretty much like at the same house. Another person, my dad's obsessed with talking about weather on the phone. I was in Spain once and called to check in on him and no, I was doing okay. He started telling me what the weather was like in Spain while he was in upstate New York.
Oh, that's great. So you're in Spain, and he's going, oh, yeah, I see that you got sunshine. And, I'm here, Dad. I can tell you what the weather is better than you.
Or do you guys get this, more so, not so much Vicky probably, but like Danny maybe, if there's whenever you have the stories of there's crazy flooding happening in, Bellingham.
Oh, yeah.
My dad would be calling, are you okay? And I'm like, with what? And he's like, the flooding. I'm like, it's like 3 hours from where I live. Yeah. But are you okay? I'm like, well, it hasn't made it to us yet there, Dad.
We definitely, and it's not the weather stuff. It's like news stories. So like when the whole see was happening in Cap Hill last year with the protests and stuff, I still to this day, it's 2022, and I still to this day I see people that I haven't seen in a while, and they're like, so how how are you? Was everything okay
safe?
when you were there? And I was like, yes, it was fine.
Yeah.
Years later, it's still fine.
Yeah, it's like if you live in a small state, okay, I guess I can understand how if your state's named, you think, oh my gosh, it's close to you, like sure. But New York and New Mexico, those are big places. So you should understand that, those are about the same. Washington's a big state too. I mean, there's a lot of place that I'm not in right now.
All right, let's get an update with the Rev.
Yes.
Well, this one didn't ring for 30 seconds and hang up. We got 2 rings and go to voicemail.
Oh, she's saying straight to voicemail. They're dealing with a lot of drama with the Portland Pickle right now.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
so
I left a message and I left a number.
Maybe we should have texted her, and if that was a text number, she probably would have responded to that. She probably didn't recognize the number. She's like, I don't know this number.
Well, she'll check the voicemail, and then she'll know what's up.
I feel like we should text her. That's all I'm saying. Say, hey, it's Steve, or what? You should say and sign it, Steve. Go, hey, it's Steve from the BJ and Mig Show. We want to see we get you on the air to talk about the Portland Pickles. Maybe we should have done that in the first place.
Well,
you guys don't want to do that, no?
I'm doing a show with you. What do you want to start texting people too?
Well, I'm talking to Rev.
But if it's coming from my phone, I got to go bring my phone to Rev.
No, I'm saying the Rev can text her from his phone, but say it's Rev and Steve from whatever. Just say it's from us. That's all.
Oh, we'll just wait. She'll probably check her voicemail at this point.
I don't know. Would you? Would you just?
If I got a voicemail, I'm going to check the voicemail.
Yeah, I kind of ignore voicemail from things that I don't recognize. I don't give it priority.
Really, I always look at the little transcription.
Yeah,
and see if it's
transcribes it for you.
Yeah, if it starts off with something like, I'm from this business, I just delete it, but then I could see who it is.
Yeah, I more often than not don't even listen to the voicemail. I just read the transcription because transcription is about like 60% of the time it's right. Or 69%, of course.
There you go.
Is right.
69%.
But close enough to know what it's about.
All right. Well, this will see how good this friendship is. If she'll go and she'll answer your voicemail, she'll take a look at the transcription. Let's see if it is. If she's got that technology. Hopefully she
has an iPhone. I think it'll
all right, then she's good. We're in good shape then. If she's got an iPhone, she's got the same technology we do.
Well, how
That's
about
perfect.
that? Vicky's been still stuck on Wordle.
I can't.
Are you kidding me? Is Vicky playing Wordle?
Not at this very moment, but like she was just clicking by during the commercial break.
Okay.
I may or may not now want to figure it out.
I would say something about this. Unfortunately, you were playing Wordle too, so I can't even come down on her and go, why?
You watch TV shows during the breaks.
No, I don't
read comic books.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all.
And you do yoga.
Okay, well, I guess this is, if this is how it is, okay, fine.
We're working our brains, BJ.
Okay, all righty.
You're doing downward dog things.
You're doing dog.
You're doing dog things.
You almost made me spit on my coffee, Steve. Jesus.
You're drinking coffee.
Yeah. You're doing dog.
Yeah, you're making love to dogs. We're just playing Wordle.
Listen, that's different. I'm doing good for America. You pick the topic. You guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Or if you call us, more of your texts at 933 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on the Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State. $20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 1 in every 5 children killed in traffic crashes in the U.S. was a pedestrian. That's why 3M is working alongside local governments and NGOs to help improve crosswalk visibility and traffic markings in school zones, in a worldwide initiative to provide kids with a safe walk to school and access to the education they deserve. To learn more and take action, visit 3m.com/schoolzonesafety. 3M Science. Applied to life.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone just texted in saying, while watching the Kraken versus the Stars, I found out last night that Pantera does the Stars fight song, goal song, and I thought that was awesome. Then they hit me in the feels when they played another local Texas band, Power Trip, whose vocalist unfortunately died last year. Power Trip's an awesome band, quick aside. But I was really respecting their song choices. And then they scored an empty net goal on us. And the bastards had the audacity to play our goal song afterwards, Nirvana's Lithium.
Yeah, I heard that.
I never wanted to jump through a TV so bad from the real James P. Sullivan.
Boy, that's some actually good work on the music director's part.
Great trolling. Mm-hmm. I heard that too, and I'm like, okay.
Right.
Props to you for that. I hate you, but
yeah.
And dude, he's right. I keep forgetting about that. Back when Vinny and Dimebag Darrell from the Abbott Brothers from Pantera were alive, they were huge Dallas Stars fans. They became friends with a couple of the members. They met them at a bar, like at a biker bar, and they were just like, "Aren't you the guys from the Dallas Stars? We love you guys." And they built like a friendship. When the Dallas Stars won the cup, the Pantera partied with them. I think
very cool.
Allegedly, some of the players might have swung by Vinny and Dimebag's gentlemen's club from time to time.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
Allegedly.
But they hit them up to write a goal song for whenever the Dallas Stars score a goal that they could play. And the guys in Pantera did, and they used a couple of like their old riffs from other songs to make it. But dude, it's such a badass goal song, and we found it.
Oh, really? So they really do have their own goal song, basically hand designed by Pantera?
Recorded by mainly Vinny and Dimebag, but it's basically Pantera goal scoring song.
Flashbacks to last night's game.
Yeah, I know. We heard it 5 times yesterday.
Yeah, damn.
And there's a little Cowboys from Hell in there, too.
That's nice.
Dude, that's awesome. And I love that they still play it.
I feel like, granted it's copying, but I don't care. I feel like that if you ask some luminaries around, like the Duff McKagans of the world who love sports, that Duff and like the Loaded Boys could do something, and I don't know, would Dave Grohl or some Pearl Jam peoples and stuff? I mean, would anybody want to do it if asked? Alice, maybe, I don't know. I mean, would they? I feel like they would if asked.
Though, I feel like this was like kind of like we have a buddy we're friends with.
You're right.
This is a tribute. You know what I mean? And also, to be honest,
special.
I really like the Nirvana goal scoring song with the Lithium. The way that they work it out, where like they start playing it and then everyone starts chanting "Let's go Kraken" during a part of the song. I've already fallen in love with that.
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
amazing.
It's fair enough,
awesome. And especially like when you go to another place, Denver, and all they do is "Hey, hey, hey." I was like, this is so lame.
Yeah,
I told my friend Chris that. He got mad at me.
Well, it is Denver. What do you want?
Yeah, I know. You can't do much there.
But that all being said, of course, if all of a sudden a bunch of Seattle music luminaries whipped up a song, I'm not going to be like, no, don't ever play it.
Oh, I am now. It's you've convinced me. I'm going to protest it if it's done.
And I love that they use Boys from the Puget Sound to start the game, like the build up before the game.
That's
Aaron
cool.
Jones song.
Yeah, that's
that
very
gets me
cool.
so excited.
Now that I like, it's almost like he wrote the song for them. I mean, when you think about it, because they are. I mean, it's your boys. Hey, boys, Puget Sound.
Yeah, but he references like the colors blue and green in the song, so I think it feels like it's more of like a nod to the Seahawks, really.
Well, there is that. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
But it's awesome. But I think blue and green just because of the colors, obviously with like water and the trees. But
yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, that's well, there you go. Hockey, baby. Let's hope tonight, though. Let's hope tonight we give the Blues some blues, huh? What do you think, huh?
Please.
Let's make somebody else sad. Let's not hear their little goal song much, if at all. That'd be great.
So it says, hell yeah, it shreds. They've been using it for 23 years now. I hope they never stop. I hope they don't either. I don't think they ever will, because
don't see why they would.
It's just that now it's like a tribute to two guys that are no longer with us, that were huge fans of the team. There's history with them. How do you ever not? I mean, that's a cool story, even if you don't even know Pantera, and people are like, what is that song? And then you hear the backstory. Like, that's a nice tribute to a couple of Texas legends.
Exactly, and that's the key. Is they're Texas superstars, so it makes sense that they would keep that for as long as they want. Why wouldn't they?
Someone says, I believe Metallica did something like that for the San Jose Sharks. They're huge fans. I know they played like the national anthem there. I didn't know that they have a song too.
Well, all right. Now, if all of a sudden we're getting all the music luminaries in different cities doing stuff, I mean, we now have to check. You got to wonder. I mean, wonder if the Bruins have anything like that, because there's some good, Boston musicians.
I think the Dropkick Murphys do. I don't know if it's the Bruins or if it's the. Yeah, I think they do.
It's got to be the Bruins.
They do a yellow and black.
Yeah. I know they've done stuff with the Red Sox too, but I don't know if it's just they've had concerts at Fenway or done something with Fenway, or some seventh inning stretch kind of stuff. I don't know. But you're right. The Dropkick Murphys have done a lot with sports. I just don't know which one.
It's called "Time to Go" by the Dropkick Murphys, and it's all about the Bruins.
Oh, look at that!
And apparently, the bass player is a season ticket holder, or was?
Yeah.
For the Bruins.
You write a song for the team you guys use, and you better give me season tickets. I'd be a terrible celebrity.
Yeah, you would be.
I wrote your song, you idiots.
Yeah. Oh boy! Imagine. So they've asked some musicians to do stuff for SeaTac, and I hear Duff McKagan every once in a while come on there and tell me what to do with my bags.
Get free flights.
That's what I was thinking. If you were the guy, listen, you idiots, I better never have to pay for a flight again. I'm thinking,
what's that you hear above in those speakers? That's my voice, you idiots.
If you see something, say something. I said that for you. Now I want to fly for free.
One of my favorites. It was like back when the Blackhawks were going on their little run, and they're having a lot, doing really well. They use a song. It's a band I never even heard of until I heard the song by the Blackhawks, but became a fan of the band because of it. The Fratellis, and they have a song, that Chelsea Dagger song. Da, 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 da.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's so cool.
Or I don't know the way you do it. Maybe that's what it is.
It's probably more of a me problem than a Fratelli's problem, but it's a good goal scoring song too.
See, there's Steve, there are all of these, homemade goal scoring songs.
That's not homemade. That was a song that the Blackhawks
never mind.
Used, so your theory's bunked.
All right, and it looks like the San Jose Sharks have come out to the for each home game onto the ice to Metallica's Seek and Destroy.
Nice.
So yeah.
Okay, that's
it's
not homemade
pumped
either.
up, but it's not a homemade thing. Yeah.
Okay, all right, fine. Whatever.
Fine.
So listeners on the loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
So say, hey, can you tell BJ thank you very much? He helped me piss off one of my younger brother-in-laws. I said,
I love this.
And no capping to him in the same sentence. He said, okay, Grandpa, shut the hell up, LOL.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're using it right, don't call the person Grandpa. If you use it right, that means you're on fleek. You got it. You're down.
No cap.
No cap.
Oh, jeez. It just hurts.
You are a grandpa because no one says fleek anymore except old people.
Hey, listen, I get to do what I want. I live my own world, man.
No, you can. I'm just saying you're old.
Yeah, whatever. Thanks a lot. Thanks. I appreciate that. I see what's up. And
I'm trying to help you.
You never use fleek and you never use cap. So what does that make you?
I do say
lame.
cap.
Yeah.
Never YOLO, BJ, cap. Right? YOLO.
Oh, yeah. You got it. Only once. That's it. You got to do it, baby.
Okay. So it said, good morning. I just want to tell you guys love the show. And I want to tell you that the Tool concert at the Tacoma Dome a couple days ago, beyond amazing. Nice. It was my first Tool concert, and it was just epic. Hadn't heard anyone say anything about it on The Rock. We had a few people texting in saying that it was a phenomenal show. I had a couple buddies post some pictures saying that they had a blast at the show.
Nice.
I think the biggest issue a lot of people had, though, was getting out of there because of the parking situation.
The parking at the Tacoma Dome is traditionally horrifying.
I never park in the actual Tacoma Dome's parking lot because it's trying to get out all those cars out.
Was it crazier than usual or just what it is?
It literally is just what it is. It's been that way for decades. And they have two huge parking lots right in front of the Tacoma Dome, and basically you come from out of town if you actually park there, because there are so many other places, even just like street parking or using the light rail or even like the big Tacoma Dome station that's by there. You got to park a little ways away and just walk because it's not good at all.
Yes, I don't know if it was any worse than a couple of days ago. Might have been, but it's always a tough go. It's kind of like leaving White River Amphitheater. You just kind of have to expect if you're leaving after the show's over when everybody's leaving.
Oh, if it's like that,
you might want to pull out a book.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
That's the worst part of White River Amphitheater. It's a great locale, but man, getting out of there, like you said, when everybody does, is a beating.
That's why my favorite White River Amphitheater shows are when it's like a multi-band bill, and the last band I don't care about.
Yeah.
It's like,
I love that.
this band, they're on second to last, never been happier. It's like winning the lottery. It's like, I'll just bail during the train.
Yeah.
I don't know what show I'm going to that has Train headlining, but you know what? I'm pushing for them for Pain in the Grass, the headline.
All right.
So you just get out of there.
That's what we're asking. So please make the headlining band one we don't care about. Thank you.
Train or
Train.
I don't know, the Gin Blossoms. I kind of would want to watch.
Wow.
Gin Blossoms are great.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, you're really knocking Little Drops of Jupiter and Hey Jealousy all in one sentence. Come on,
here we go.
man. Can't do that.
Hey Jealousy's a banger. I'll give you that.
It's a good song. Yeah.
And around this town.
And Train, and Train, they've written a couple of songs that people just love. Like they'll cut you if you say anything bad about their songs.
Train fans?
Oh yeah,
they're very violent.
Yeah, sure.
They're like Sepultura fans. It's like the same fans. I think.
Same fans.
They will lecture you though to tell you the beauty of the lyrics of those songs.
Lecturing and cutting are two distinctly different things.
That's very true.
Words, Rev.
Yeah, I was doing that hyperbole. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, the hyperbole.
That's what I was doing.
All right, someone needs our help. They said, I need some help from you guys. I'm building a custom 2-player arcade cabinet so I can relive some of the classic games and play them with my son. I can run any arcade retro console game on it with emulation. Ooh. So I would love some input on what games you think I should go with, because I have 10,000 games, but it's hard picking.
Oh, wow. 10,000 games that he could put in there.
Wow.
I think it's got to be a fighting game. Or something where it's like you go head to head.
Ooh, yeah, like Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
I was thinking Double Dragon.
And I, of course, was thinking Mortal Kombat, which, of course, is the OG, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have to have Miss Pac-Man no matter what.
Yeah.
Like
Miss Pac-Man? You don't have to have regular. You're going to go Miss over regular, huh?
Regular Pac-Man is strictly inferior to Miss Pac-Man.
All right. I'm not going to argue.
Contra?
Contra's a good one.
I loved Contra.
I forget Contra. I'd have to see it to know what you're talking about. I feel like, is Space Invaders too retro or Asteroids?
No,
or
those
is
are
that
great.
Those are definitely like easy games that you could just have play forever, like Miss Pac-Man. Then,
well, you could say that Asteroids is easy, but it was never easy for me. It's easy to, I can understand how to play, but I never could win at that game at all. I didn't survive long in Asteroids. It was a pain in the. Yeah,
I'm trying to remember what that basketball game was. It was like an NBA type game, back in the 80s or 90s.
You only had two people.
Yeah, like the big bodies or something. It was
NBA
ridiculous.
Jam.
NBA Jam.
Yes.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
From downtown.
Yeah.
He's on fire. Yeah.
You could just come to my house and play that, Steve.
I don't know.
That'd be a fun one on arcade. What about Punch Out?
Ooh.
Oh, Punch Out's a good one. Are you talking the original one, right? Not Mike Tyson's, but the original.
I'm okay with either.
Yeah, the original had Super Macho Man, which I really, really appreciated. That guy was great. It looked like Hulk Hogan decided to fight.
No, you're right.
Yeah, and Galaga. See, I like Galaga over Space Invaders. I feel like it's cooler.
Galaga was actually a better version. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, Iron Man called that guy out in the Avengers movie, I think, or
that
whatever.
Guy's playing Galaga over there.
Yeah. So that's always. So I would say, Galaga, Super. I think we've got some good ones here.
Speaking of Marvel, definitely the X-Men arcade game. I don't know if you guys ever played that one.
Oh my gosh, yes, that was an awesome game.
One of my favorites.
That one was so badass because there was an arcade cabinet out there that had 6 controllers and 2 massive screens, and it took up so much real estate. But you could spend so much money on that game.
And I did.
Yeah.
A lot of people are texting Donkey Kong and Galaga. That one is getting the most texts.
Yeah. Donkey Kong, nothing wrong with that. It's a standard. It's a classic. It's a good one.
Am I the only one who actually liked Dig Dug? I feel like no one has ever played it.
Dig Dug was a fun one.
Oh, I loved it.
I love the old with Paperboy, dude. It's funny you say that because earlier we had the topic of what TV, movie, or song inspired you in any way.
Yeah.
And I wrote it down just in case I would have forgotten it. It was Paperboy. I wanted to be a Paperboy because of the Paperboy arcade game.
That's awesome.
But that game was so dangerous. There were tires rolling down. The dogs were chasing you, and you were still okay with it.
It was just real life, man.
Paperboy.
Well, dude, Rev, also the movie Talk Radio was what inspired me to get into radio, and that movie does not end well.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does not.
So I have a weird way of being inspired.
All right, then. Well, yeah.
But Paperboy, then I became a Paperboy and realized it's not nearly as fun as the video game.
No, not at all.
I'd rather just put my time towards playing the game Paperboy than actually being a Paperboy.
Good call. I think we've got this guy started off with some good games. Yes. Yeah, no doubt about it.
What about Pitfall? That was a good one.
Wasn't that an arcade, an Atari game? It was never in an arcade.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be. He makes his own rules.
I know. Look, nothing against Pitfall, but you know what? It was never as good as the arcade games as far as graphics.
Remember Elevator?
No. Elevator action, sir.
That's
Elevator
what it was.
action.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Why? You know what, Steve? You seem to find the most obscure. What is that game?
I remember that game. That game, it was fun. You would just go around up and down on elevators and try to collect things as you're running away from spies and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, that was never
You
in my
infiltrate the building with
Wow.
confidential documents.
Wow, I don't remember that game at all.
BJC, my arcade was very popular, obviously, like any arcade with kids. So I gravitated towards the games where nobody was waiting to play.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
See,
yeah, good call.
I had an in. I worked at an arcade, so I always pretty much like when I got to play whatever I wanted to in the off hours. Yeah.
Yeah, so if I went to an arcade and I saw like someone's playing and I saw like a row of quarters, meaning like I've got next, so, you know, like people put a quarter down, like kind of stake their claim for the next game. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't want to wait in line. I've got precious minutes to play these games.
This elevator game looks horrific.
It's old school, man.
Oh, man.
That was
just
a bad
looks,
game.
It looks dumb.
Between that and...
It was basically a poor man's version of Donkey Kong.
Yeah, that or like a Burger Time type game, too.
Yeah. Just dumb.
It was good enough to get a second one. Elevator action returns.
Well, we left wanting to know what was going to happen, so they had to get us the sequel.
the storylines, you know.
Enough of us complained that Netflix picked it up.
Okay. We got a big question that has to be answered. What do Ryan Castle and a bartender have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a bartender have in common?
Man, there's a couple of bartenders here in my neighborhood. I'm sure I pay their rent.
Oh, yeah, you do.
They'd be like, their eyes light up every time you walk in the door.
Ryan, I haven't seen you in 2 days. Everything okay?
Yeah, what the hell, dude? We were worried about you.
There's the difference.
I was at the bar next door.
Ryan walks into a bar and that happens. I walk into like Honto's Teriyaki and they're like, Steve, we haven't seen you in a while.
You know what? Is when I walk into a bar in my neighborhood and the bartender goes, hey, Ryan, you want a whiskey and a beer? And my wife goes, how often do you come here?
Well, it's like Steve's teriyaki order.
Or me at Bigfoot Coffee where they're like, would you like the latte and the snickerdoodle cookie, Steve? I'm like, that is not set in front of my mic.
No, I only get you notice I only get that when my wife's not here. Figure it out there, buddy.
When have you seen me order the cookie when my wife's around?
On New Year's Eve, I love this, man. 2 tourists in Key West were caught on video vandalizing a popular tourist attraction. And, you know, they were just being jerks, you know, and they found some Christmas tree that they left on the street, dragged it to the next buoy, set it on fire, which is one of the attractions. So they were just wrecking crap. And they were found out because of the cops' security videos at a bar. And the bar's general manager ratted them out because they did not leave a good tip. And so that's why they got ratted out. It's like, oh, you don't tip me very well? The cops come asking who you are? Here's the video, buddy. Leave a tip next time.
Jerks.
Yeah. And, of course, Ryan Castle, his tip is he's got a 12-pack. That's next.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
You can still give your thoughts on the pandemic, but if you do, you got to pay the COVID fine because they have a COVID fine jar.
Oh, jeez. That's
like
pretty
a curse
fun.
jar. Yeah. I think it's a great idea.
It'd be great if they had like a little bell and they hear someone do it and they just ring the bell. Who said the word? The C word.
It's like the lunk alarm at the Planet Fitness.
100%.
It's the COVID alarm at
They're like, no, not that C word. That's fine. You can say that all you want.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. And thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at WeConsiderWA.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 1 in every 5 children killed in traffic crashes in the U.S. was a pedestrian. That's why 3M is working alongside local governments and NGOs to help improve crosswalk visibility and traffic markings in school zones, in a worldwide initiative to provide kids with a safe walk to school and access to the education they deserve. To learn more and take action, visit 3m.com/schoolzonesafety. 3M Science, applied to life.